everybody, Natasha with Natasha Scrapbook Corner, and today I'm coming to you with the project that I finished for Amadoreros challenge. At first I wanted to create a tag, but I ran into some issues, so I switched to the card, and I've seen so many amazing projects that you ladies are creating for his challenge, which is 500 subbies. He's celebrating 500 subbies. I'm sure it's already over 500, but Amador asked to create a tag or card, so he can display it in his craft room on the vine that has a those crocodiles clippers and stuff. So I Amador's likes blues, pale blues, and a little bit of grunge, a little bit of shabby. Um, so and he likes the London Market collection. So Amador, I just because of you, I dove in at the first attempt. I got into the stack of the London Market papers. I love them. I was hoarding them, and yeah, it is for you, only for you. But okay, make a story short. This this is about 6 by 5.5 card. Should have used darker background for it, but the chipboard I used, I'm always recycling, and this is actual, what was it? Just today. Anyway, it was the cardboard out of the grocery produce, and I just, yeah, it was perfect size, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna need to make a card, so of course I saved the box, and it's a thin chipboard, so it's very flexible, and I used two papers, and I already put them away. One of, if you recall the London Market, one of them had roses and this print on the back, and another was blue with the butterflies. So this one with the roses I used on the front, and I used Tim Holtz doily on the edge. You can see it better probably from here. This is on the edge doily Tim Holtz die. Absolutely gorgeous, huh? So first I adhere both papers from inside and outside on the chipboard and let it dry, because when you die cutting through such a thick layer of chipboard and papers, you don't want your paper being wet, your chipboard being wet. So it wasn't quite wet in it wasn't quite dry enough when I was die cutting mine, so I was struggling a little bit. So it's just a tip for you guys if you are gonna be working, always die cut your papers when they are fully dry. Okay, so then I just watched Sock Crafter's video when she was um, scrap lifting, well, copying. I'm not gonna throw. She was inspired by Annie's card that she sent her using a shadow box on the card, and she was doing an attempt to create her own. So I was so in love with both cards. So thank you, both of you ladies, and I will try and include the link below to those videos as well, so you can see what I'm talking about. So I created my own um, card with the shadow box. So I created a shadow box out of scraps that weren't used with a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and I decided on the size of the box. Then I added two half inches. So one would be in here, give the depth, and one would be going inside in there, so you can glue it. And I punched the edges on the outside. So if it would be, if your box would need to be like 3 by 3, you are gonna cut a square 4 by 4 and score on half an inch and half an inch, and punch all the way around 4 by 4 on the edges, so you would have that deco edge inside there, so it will be pretty. Then when I place and then I love Miranda's technique on rolling the paper, and especially with these papers because they are double-sided, it makes such a difference when you're rolling those. You don't need to glue it here, another paper and everything. So I drew the circle, and I just uh, did the cuts with my X-Acto knife. I will try to find the video that Miranda did, the tutorial on that. I think she did a canvas, but she has so many videos that I am not really sure if I will be able to. So then I distressed the edges and ink them with I think Victorian pink, Victorian rose, and Tim Holtz distressings. I already put everything away. And then when I placed the box on the card, it was kind of naked, and I said I need the cheesecloth. So I just put 2 pieces of cheesecloth across. I just twisted them, and when I placed the box on top, I said, oh my gosh, it's remind me of bird nest. So I pulled that cheesecloth, so it was kind of like that long, you know. So I pulled, so it will be less length. So you see it ends right in there. So I pull that cheesecloth inside the box, and the box wasn't adhered yet. So and I just put it cheesecloth in here and there, and it looks like the bird nest. Then I took my Tim Holtz die with the bird cage and just die cut it out of scraps of the other blue paper that's inside, and you will see it in a second. Scraps of that paper, and I cut it the bird, just the bird without the bird cage. And on the actual cheesecloth, when it's folded together, and on the side you had that more thick edge, I would say, of the cheesecloth. So I cut it off and I put it in the, I tied it in there right on the branch where the bird is sitting. And I tied a little bit, a little bow in there as well. So, and of course, distress the edges of the birdie with a tea dye distress ink, and add some hot glue on the back of the birdie so she would have a 3D effect, and adhere her only on the back, on the branch and her lower part of the body. So she's kind of, you see, moving. After that, I started to look for the color combo of the flowers that I would like to add on this card. And the criteria when you're looking for the embellishments, they should be the same group, and I think you can add up to 3 colors. You can mix up to 3 colors. That will give you the balance with your card. So because I have a blue, I used some of the blue. Because I have gray or kind of like printed brown, so I had these roses. They were perfect. And of course some very soft dusty pink because of the roses on the paper, you know, that on the paper itself. So those are Wild Orchid Craft roses from my personal stash. And this little rosettes were gifted to me by Trisha, a little Shabby Chic. Hi Trish, thank you so much. I just love them. I'm hoarding them, but um, you need those little buds for, you know, a little pop, you know, for your bouquet. Um, and then I tied a little bit of bow in here, so the same flowers you can find in here because they're just, you know, matching. Then I added some I cut a little pieces from the bling because it you always need to have something sparkling catching your eye. So that was empty corner. And then I took I always taken all my Martha Stewart butterfly, but all my butterfly punches out, because when I'm starting to punch, I'm not sure which ones I would like to have on my project. So I'm using them. I have them all handy, and when I figure out the size, appropriate size for the project, and you know, where about I'm gonna be placing my butterflies, then I'm I have what, 4 punches, 4 butterfly punches. So I decided to go with 2 of them. This one, Martha Stewart, is just plain butterfly, and this one, it has this butterfly and 2 mini ones. And if I will bring it over to you, you can see that all these butterflies are sitting on that arch in there. So it's all full of butterflies. You know, like in a butterfly garden, that when they sitting right on the on arches and flowers and everything. So, and I put the butterflies like everywhere. This way, this corner. Love butterflies. So this is the front, and I kept it, very subtle because after all, it's going to the gentleman. And when you open the card, let's do this page. I left plain. I absolutely love this print. I think the paper, uh, now papers, whichever it is, they are absolutely gorgeous, and the papers speak for itself. It doesn't need a lot of fancy moving around. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So I left it quite plain. And on the other scrap from this paper, it had the bird cage. So I fuzzy cut the bird cage. I inked the edges and distressed it with Tim Holtz distress tool. And I add the same color combo roses. There's a little bit of gray brownish, dusty pink, soft baby pink, and blue. Create the bottom of the birdhouse, and I had like 4 butterflies left, and I just spread them in here. Okay, so, and on the back it is, you already seen that, and there is my stamp created with a heart, made by hand, Natasha Scrapbook Corner, 2013. So yeah, that is my card for Amador's challenge. And again, Amador, congratulations, and our deal is staying intact. Okay. um, okay, I'll be sending it to you right away. Okay. Thanks for a wonderful challenge, and congratulations on your 500 subscribers. And guys, thank you so much for watching, leaving your comments, and I really really appreciate your comments, guys. You can you some people call me an artist, right? Yes. That's amazing. Thank you so much. You are absolutely the sweetest. Yeah. Okay, well, enough of rambling. Thank you so much. I'll leave a comment if you wish. And the best of luck to everybody who entering this challenge.